Hi everyone. So recently I was in University of Mannheim to give a talk on how to find jobs in Germany. Now the talk is pretty long, but there was a particular section where I talk about knowing where you want to go in life. So let's watch the talk first and then we'll deep dive into this aspect a bit more. So now I'll tell you a small story. So I think a lot of you have already heard Alice in Wonderland. Now there is a particular moment in Alice in Wonderland where Alice is going and she reaches a fork and there are two pathways going and then there is this cat. So Alice asks this cat, which side should I go? Which path should I take? And the cat says, where exactly do you want to go? And Alice says, I don't know. And then the cat says, then it actually doesn't matter which side you go. And that is the reality. If you're not intentional about your career, you're just taking, you're going with the flow, and at some point of time you'd be lost maybe. So that is why be very, very clear what you want to do. Now there are a lot of different frameworks through which you can find your goal, but I really like this one. So this is also sometimes misunderstood as Ikigai, and it is also in part of in the book which is called Ikigai, but this is more or less a purpose diagram. But if you search Ikigai Venn diagram, you'd find it. It has 4 different elements, and I think the people who know Venn diagram, this is basically a Venn diagram of 4 circles. Okay, so in the talk itself, there was not a lot of time to dig deeper into this particular aspect of where do you want to go in life. I moved to Ikigai and purpose diagram. In case you want to know more about those particular parts, I'll drop a link to the whole talk in the description box below. Feel free to watch that. Right now, we'll discuss a bit more deeper into where do you want to go in life. Now, this question is very important because for the most critical decisions of our life, I have seen in my coaching conversations that we do not give enough time. Now, which partner do you want to marry? Which country or which city do you want to live in? Which job do you want to do? These questions are so critical that they would change your life. And if you have not given it enough time to think about it, they would change your life for the worst. That is why you need to be very clear on what you want and why you want it. Because once you have this clarity, you know what to focus on and you know what not to focus on. Especially in this current world of social media and instant gratification, a lot of time we start desiring things that other people desire and not we. For example, a friend of yours buys a MacBook, you want to buy a MacBook. A friend of yours gets a promotion in a job and posts on LinkedIn. Now you want a promotion in your job, irrespective of if you deserve it or not. A friend of yours wants to move to Germany and now you want to move to Germany because if the friend is moving, then maybe it is the right decision. But it's not right for you because your friend has a completely different lifestyle, completely different life situation, and yours is a completely different one. So maybe what suits this person is not what will suit you. And once you start focusing on right things in life, you start achieving these goals faster. Your work becomes way more intentional towards achieving your goals. That is why in every single coaching conversation which we have with our client, in the first few minutes, we try to understand what exactly the client wants. Because once we have this clarity, we can focus the rest of the conversation in exploring ways in achieving the objective together with the client, the objective that the client sets at the beginning of the conversation. Now, what if you don't know what you want? And that's completely fair because the ability to know what you want or what you don't want comes with experience. And if you're very, very young, maybe 16, 17 years old, most probably you do not have enough experience to know what you want or what you don't want. In this particular case, the question to ask is, can you answer this question, what you want, before asking all these questions, if you want to go to Germany, if you want to do this job or not. First question to answer is, what do you really want in life in that particular moment? Similarly, a lot of people say that I remember that as an 18-year-old, I had completely different dreams and now my dreams have changed. That means our goals are changing all the time. Then what's the point of having clear goals? Now, the good thing about having goals is that you become more focused. And even if the goals that you set in past, and you start achieving those goals and you realize that, okay, these are not the correct goals for right now, you realize this because you started this journey. So to take a very concrete example, let us suppose as an 18-year-old, your goal was to travel the world. Now you start saving money and you start doing every single thing and you go to 2 countries and you realize that, man, it's not so much fun. Now what happens is that, of course, you are
you have already started on the previous goal, but now you have a lot more information and now you can set a new goal for you. Now you're clear that this is not what you want. You do not want to travel the world. So you have more inputs in order to decide your next goal. And that itself is a very good outcome of the whole journey, right? So even though in every single moment you would be changing, and slowly your goals would also keep on changing, by following the goals that you have set in a particular moment, you are improving your chances of achieving whatever goals you would set in future, because you'll have more input to who you are, what you want, and why you want it. Now, for the people who are coming to Germany because they want better job opportunities, now a very good question to ask in this particular case is, what exactly, as per you, is a better job opportunity? Now, if you say you are coming to Germany for a better life, a very good question to ask you is, what is better life for you? Can you define that? All right, that was the talk. I really hope that it was helpful for at least some of you who are trying to find job in Germany. In case you like these kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In case you want to talk to me, and I know quite a lot of you keep on writing me emails or approaching me on LinkedIn, I would give you a link to my website from where you can find my contact, and then you can reach out to me and we can figure out how can we work together. In case you like this video, you'd also like some of the other videos on my channel. You'd see the link to those videos on the screen right now. Have fun. See you in the next one.